Hi Bestie, how's it going? How are you getting on today? So how are you enjoying Vlogmas at the moment? This is close to the last video for me to film. I've published a lot already, but this is one of the last ones for me to film, and I've really had a blast, even though I was really poorly and all of that. I mean, pat on the back me. I think I've done a really good job. Anyway, today we are talking about my 2025 setup in terms of binders. So if we go back a couple of days on videos that we've done already, I've shared with you my goals and what I'm going to be focusing on in the new year. The TLDR of that is that I'm hoping to save up about £45,000, and all of that's going to be digital. But there are still some cash stuffing elements to my journey for next year. So we need to sort of redress the binders that I have, and yeah, let's get into that. So let's start with my current setup. So at the moment we've got these two binders. I am going to continue using this one because this is the Budget with Ira binder, and she is coming back in stock very soon in 3 different sizes. But we are going to say goodbye to this one. So let's start off with this one. So this is kind of like my sort of everyday stuff. So we've got like a little dashboard here, the Budget with Ira one. We've got car maintenance here, we've got spending, and we've kind of got a placeholder for self-care. So there's really only 3 in here, and I hate to see this not being used very much. So she's going to be like a lot more pride of place this year. And then in this one over here, she's getting a bit bashed up throughout the year, but this is the sort of binder that I have my savings challenges in and sinking funds, to be honest. So we've got holiday in there, we've got tattoo, we've got clothing, and we've got the saving challenge that I do every week with you, and then we've got this one that I'm currently working on. But other than that, nothing's really in there. So I really wanted to think about what I wanted to do with my binders this year, and I've decided to go for 3 binders. So number 1 is my personal binder, and that's going to have things like clothing, tattoo, just the sorts of things that I want to do as part of my pledge to myself, where I want to improve my everyday feelings about myself and self-care, holiday, clothing, that sort of stuff. The second binder is for my sinking funds and my main sinking funds. So in there I'm going to have like my spending, my household, car maintenance, Christmas, birthdays, and something for 2026 when I figure out what I want to do for 2026. And the third binder is going to be the binder that I use less often. That is my home binder. That is where I'm saving up for specific parts of my new home. So that's going to have categories like kitchen, bathroom, things like that, and I'm just starting off the savings with that, and that's going to be primarily funded from the Little Wonders. We do need to look at the new binders and we need to get into it. So the reason why I am sort of doing this is because I think it's nice to refresh your binders as often as you possibly can. And yeah, some people may see it as wasteful and things like that, but for me, the whole sort of keeping everything fun, keeping everything exciting and engaging is a big part of budgeting, because if I stay with the same stuff, I'm not going to be motivated to keep it nice and keep on updating it and stuff like that. So I've always been in that sort of mind space where I want to definitely keep everything really cute and nice and make sure I'm happy with it. And do you know what? The binders that I've got now have been really good. I have enjoyed using them for sure, but it definitely feels like time for a change, because like I look at the holographic one and it's like, oh, that's a gross one, but I remember when I first had it and I was so excited to use it and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to do it all, and I think, you know, if you've got the budget for it and if you've got the money for it, definitely consider just, you know, giving your binders a bit of maintenance, a bit of love, bit of, you know, and if you feel like you want a bit of a change, then there's absolutely no shame in that, bestie. So I've cut out my categories because we're doing new envelopes here, and let's start with binder number 1. So for binder number 1, I am going to do this one. This is the Winter Wishes collection, and what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to update it every single month. So as I get a new collection, I'm going to update binder number 1. You'll probably see this binder more often than the others because we'll be updating it every single week and stuff like that. So I've got a 6-pack from the Winter Wishes collection. I'm just going to check they're all facing the same way before I put the labels on them. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the envelopes every month. And I know that's a little bit wasteful, but I have a binder shop and I want to do that. So let's start with this one. So first of all, the first category here is going to be Simon and Gracie. So this is, I've not necessarily got any plans for this one, but I want to get their treats out of here and stuff like that. So they're getting older as well. I've got like a bit of money set up for Simon and Gracie. So they've got £1,000 set up for them. It's in the emergency fund, but it's just for if any of them need to like any surgery or anything like that. I've got that available for them. So I saved up £500 for each, and that's the deductible for their health insurance. Second one here, we're going to do clothes or clothing. I don't know what I called it, but this one here is just exactly what it says. So as you know, my health journey gets more and more intense, I guess, I'm probably going to want new clothes, and plus I've always enjoyed getting clothing for myself. I really have. So yeah, that's a good one for me. So nothing's really changed with that one. Next one here is tattoo. Obviously we're working on a sleeve. I've already decided I'm getting both arms done now because I'm just really enjoying the experience. I mean, I haven't had my elbows tattooed yet, but you know, I think it's like quite addictive and I'm really enjoying it. So I do want to continue to add to that throughout the year. Next here is self-care, and I want to be like a bit more mindful with self-care and not use it for haircuts and things like that. So I do want to have a little bit of cash and maybe like a little bit digital as well throughout the year. Just something that I can just add to as we go along. So self-care is going to go here. And then for the blue envelope, we're going to do holiday. So I have had an envelope called Australia for a long time. I think at the start of last year, I was very intent on going to Australia to like see Jake. But do you know what? Like, I talk to him so much, that I see him so often that I don't really miss him, which is weird because I see him so often that I don't miss him. So it doesn't feel like a need for me to go to Australia, and it's never been a big holiday destination for me. So because of that, like, I'd rather focus on other holidays. So there's that. This one here I'm gonna kind of treat as a misc envelope. So if there's anything that sort of crops up with this one, we'll add that to it, but for now we're going to leave that one blank. So there's that. So the binder it's going in obviously is a winter wishes one. So this is how they come. You tear off this and there you go. This is just to protect it from the things, but yeah. And this, by the way, is how to correctly open one as well. Pulling that open will ruin it. So we've got these in here, and yeah, I think I'm cool with that. So Simon and Gracie, I haven't got anything yet for them. Clothes, we do have clothing in here. So I'm just going to take out the money that I've got for clothing, which is just this here. So it's just that. Tattoo, we have that already. So I'm going to take this money here, and that's that. Self-care, there isn't anything at the moment. Holiday, we do have here. It's a placeholder. And then that one's blank. So there's nothing there at the moment. So yeah, this one is done. So, you know, as we do cash stuffing on a weekly basis together, Simon and Gracie will get a little bit of love, clothing will, tattoo will get more, self-care I'll start to build up, holiday, and then if anything crops up, I've got that for that. So that's the first binder. That is the beautiful Winter Wishes one. You probably won't see this for a while because we're moving into the next collection relatively soon, actually. So the next binder is my Saving Challenges binder, and we're actually gonna still use this one. So I'm actually going to empty this one here. I'm going to keep that there, and I'm going to empty these envelopes here. So the envelopes I've gone for is just 6 of like these collections. So I've got a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and a purple one. And these are pretty much my favorite ones from those collections. I thought it was a nice rainbow as well. So I like these. If I find something that I prefer more, I might change it up, but it's nice to have like a single one of each. So let's talk about categories. So first of all, we've got spending here. That's no like different. So this is where I will sort of park my spending money for me to cash stuff throughout the month. So that's no difference. I'm just sort of changing the envelope up a little bit in terms of that one. And it looks lovely on this mushroom one. I really like that. Then for the orange one, we're actually doing a household. I don't really have to do household right now. I don't have to contribute necessarily to the household that I'm in at the moment, but I do sort of need to get my own toiletries, obviously, and stuff like that. So it's kind of been coming out of my spending money, and I kind of want to be a bit kinder to myself and not, like, it's not a luxury, it's not a treat to get shower gel, do you know what I mean? So I want to take it out of there and start to fund that. For this one here, we're going to actually do car maintenance. Actually, it's today. I just got my car tyres all replaced, and it was really well priced. I didn't necessarily need them, so the guy that came up to do it, he was like, oh, you've got good tread depth. I was like, they're cracking, and like when I was driving to the airport a while ago in really wet weather, it was a bit slippy, so I just wanted to get them. So car maintenance is there. And then in the green one, we're going to do Christmas. So I haven't actually decided what challenge I'm going to do for Christmas next year, but I will do one. The money will go into here, hopefully, when I figured out what challenge I want to do for Christmas in the new year. But I need to decide really soon. Then the blue one is going to be birthdays. So birthdays are pretty much at the start of the year for me, starting with my nephew's, who's the 2nd of January. But I kind of just take it out of my spending money and stuff like that. And again, it shouldn't be that way. I should budget for it a little bit better, because it's very easy to sacrifice yourself for other people, but it shouldn't be that way. And then finally, the purple one, we're doing 2026. So I don't know what my challenge is going to be for 2026. I'll probably design something, because we have a 2025 challenge, don't we? But I will figure something out for that one. And when I have decided, I will do it. And I don't really have a goal for this or anything like that. So yeah, that's that. So let's go ahead and put these in here. So I've kept that Budget with Ira dashboard. So let's do it. So spending, we need to get from, where is it? Spending here, that's the old envelope. I've got some spending money already. So let's put her in there. Household, there's nothing yet. So that's fine. Car maintenance, we have this here. I spent 350. I'll sort that out when I figured out how much money I've got. I think I've got £100 in there, not sure. Christmas, there's nothing yet. Birthdays, there's nothing yet. 2026, there's nothing yet. So that's fine. This is done. Then for the final binder, that's my home binder. And this one kind of needs to stay the same binder. I don't want to be changing it throughout the year. And we're not going to see this one very often either. So I had a really good think about, what do I want for that binder? What was my favorite collection? What do I really, really like? And what I've decided my home binder is going to be is the Spoopy Savings collection. So here she is. Here's the binder, looking absolutely gorgeous. I love her. And we're going to go through these here, and I'm going to show you. Oh, I've forgotten an envelope. I've forgotten an envelope already. We'll go back and do that one. So let me just check they all open front ways. I do love this collection so much. I know Spoopy doesn't really have anything to do with home, but you know me, my home is going to be a bit spooky, isn't it? This is pretty much arbitrary, to be honest, because how it's going to work is I'm going to aim for £1,000 per envelope, plus, except for the last one, is going to be £500. So that would come up to 5,500, which is exactly what the Little Wonders save. How it's going to work for me is, as I finish a Little Wonder, I will put that money into these ones. So I guess it's like, not really, I'm not touching the sides with what I would need. So if I wanted to do a new bathroom, £1,000 isn't going to touch the side. It's not going to make any meaningful difference to what I'm trying to save for it, but it's the start, isn't it? So like, living room could mean a new TV, it could mean sofas, it could be painting, it could be minor work, it could mean anything. I never know until I've got the place that I want. So if I move into my first place and I need to do a little bit of work on something, at least I've got a start. Do you know what I mean? So that's what the plan is for me. Decorating could mean so much. It could just be like soft furnishings, or it could be like painting. Do you know what I mean? And I'd rather, I hate painting as well. I painted every flat or every house I've ever done, and yeah, I'd just rather pay someone to do it. Next is decor, which is different to decorating. So you know me, I'm going to go crazy in October for decor, as I always do. The last one is going to be Misc, and that's the one that's going to have 500 in it. So if I do manage to get through and finish all of the little wonders by the end of the year, this is where it's all gonna rest. So that's just that's kind of like a hope, but that's why I'm like, we might not see this binder very much at all, but either way I'm really happy with it. So as I said, there was one I missed. Let's put these all in here. There was one I missed, so let's go back. We've got this binder, and it's actually Social was the one. So Social's going in here. The original plan was just to have a blank one at the end, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even do anything for Social. Let's get you nice and straight. So there's that. So this is my new binder setup. So I'll just go through it all with you now. So that's what they look like. Is that a good view? That's a good view. And then before we had this one, which we don't have anymore, but we've still got these two here. This is like the important ones to me. We've got Simon and Gracie, clothing, tattoo, self-care, holiday, and social. Okay, so those are the important ones to me. These ones are my sinking funds. So we've got in here spending, household, which we are going to start doing, car maintenance, Christmas, birthdays, and 2026. And at the end of it, we've got these ones here. So put these in a bit quick. So we've got this challenge here that we've been working on, and that will go in and feed these ones. So when this one's done, we'll disperse it throughout these, and then we've got this one here which will do the same. It'll feed into these ones, so these feed into those, if that makes sense. So that's that one. And then my home one is my spoopy one, which we haven't even started yet, but I'm really excited to get it going. So we've got kitchen, bathroom, living room, decorating, decor, and Misc. So yeah, hi guys, gals and all my pals, thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. I love these type of videos, and I love looking at other people's setup, and I think it's really important to at least acknowledge that people's setups are going to be different because they have different priorities. And it's wild that I started off with one binder, and now we're looking at, well, we've got these 3 binders, plus we've got my spending binder, plus we've got 10 more saving challenges. So really, I'm technically a 14 binder girly at this point. How many binders do you use? What are your categories? Like, have you refreshed this year, and how many binders are you looking at? Because for me, 3 binders seems really excessive, but it made sense at the time, and it still makes sense now, to be honest. Let me know how many binders you know in the comments down below. Have you considered becoming a channel member or a patron? Patrons get exclusive content, sneak peeks, and significant discounts off my Etsy store. Channel members get early access to every single video. In fact, they've seen this video long before you have, bestie. If you like the sound of those perks and you like the sound of me, have a look at the links in the description. You will not regret it, bestie. That's all we have for today. Tomorrow's video is a cash stuffing, I believe. So until tomorrow's video, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. Thumbnail we've got to be doing. Maybe I'll put that one there. Like that. We're like 3 binders. The lighting's really bad today. Okay, that'll do. All right. See you tomorrow, bestie.